Hello and welcome to Coriolis Automated Cloud Migration and Disaster Recovery as a Service. In this video, we will go through replicating and migrating a Windows-based virtual machine using Oracle VM as a source platform and Oracle PCA X9-2 as a destination platform. Both replica and migration processes will be performed using our Coriolis appliance. Here on the Windows machine to be migrated, we will have a file called Coriolis that will also include a timestamp. Using Coriolis' dashboard, we will select Replica from the drop-down menu on the top right corner. This process will help us to clone the VM disks from the source to the destination platform. Next, we will be selecting the source platform, which in our case will be Oracle VM. For the source platform, the options are represented by a VM template used by Coriolis to export the disks, the password and the username for the template, a server pool where the VM is located alongside a repository, and last, the clone type for the disks. Also, as we can observe at top, the option called Use OVM Exporter is also available. This will require that the Coriolis exporter service is pre-installed on the Oracle VM host. Having this service available on the node, Coriolis will no longer need to create the temporary resources when, obviously, it will be selected. For more information on the Coriolis OVM exporter, please check our official documentation. Once the source options are set, we will then select the machine for which we will clone the disks. Now the next step will be selecting the destination platform, in the current scenario being represented by Oracle PCA X9-2, and then setting the target options. Here we will be selecting some of the options that will apply to the current type of VM. For more information on the target options on this platform, please check our official documentation. So, we are going to set the machine to be powered off by Coriolis, set an availability domain, a compartment for the VM, a VCN compartment ID. The public IP option will be enabled, as well as setting up the shape that will be used for the VM when it will be migrated, alongside the paravirtual drivers URL. On the temporary resource options, we will have to select a subnet and a shape used by Coriolis temporary resources and images for both Windows and Linux used by the temporary resources and also creating the VM on the destination platform when performing the migration. Next, we will be selecting the network to be used on the destination platform, as well as optional security groups. Then we will have the storage mapping options and also user scripts. These scripts are meant to run on the VM during the migration process. And last, we will have a replica schedule to be able to run incremental syncs and a summary containing all the previously set options. Once we finish setting the options, the replica process will start, and this page will show us all the tasks that Coriolis will run during the replica process, starting with validating all the options selected by us on both source and destination. Then it will deploy the temporary resources on both source and destination platforms just before the disk cloning will start. And as you can see, this part is sped up. When the replica is complete, we will see a list with all executed tasks, and from the same page, we will be able to create a migration out of the current successful replica. This will be done by selecting Create Migration option from the Actions dropdown. On the new pop-up, we will have the options to clone the disks. This option will create a copy of the already replicated disks on the destination platform, force the process, and the option to skip the OS morphing. This option is recommended only when migrating between two environments of the same platform. Also, before starting the migration process, we can add user scripts if none were added during the replica option stage. Once again, the page showing us all the tasks is sped up. This time it is for the migration process. And here we will have the disk cloned from the replicated ones, after which the Coriolis temporary resources will be created once more to perform the OS morphing task. This task will apply on the VM all the required platform-specific drivers and obviously will remove the old ones. The drivers used will be the ones passed via the URL during the replica target option step. When the migration is complete, we will see a list with all the executed tasks. And now we can check using the Oracle PCA X9-2 dashboard if the migrated VM is up and running. We will be looking for the VM with the name bbwin, being the one we selected to be migrated from the Oracle VM environment, and inspect its network settings to try and remotely connect to it. Once we will establish the connection, we will try to search for the file called Coriolis that also includes the current date in the name. As you can see, the file is available with two iterations, both created minutes apart before starting the replica process. This guide sums up the capabilities of Coriolis to replicate and migrate Windows virtual machines between Oracle VM as a source platform and Oracle PCA X9-2 as a destination platform. Thank you.